Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Afri Jariska Maradika with student number 21150100091. From now, I'll present it about energy subsidy, energy consumption, economic growth, and carbon dioxide emission, Indonesian case study. For introduction, a review of energy consumption causing environmental damage has led to economic growth. From macroeconomic perspective, a producer using input factor especially unrenewable energy left residual that usually pollute and threaten the environmental sustainability. Therefore, to strengthen the environmental conservation program, every country applies economic planning supporting environmental sustainability. Among the open economic trend, globalization has been expected to increase benefit for every participating country to enjoy economic growth, as the relationship between economic growth and the environmental degradation is not always positive. Globalization is presumed to have an impact on the increasing carbon dioxide emission. Grossman and Fugger propose that national income affect environmental conditions through three channels. The first is economic strength, base scale effect. When the economic and technological structure of a country remains stable, increasing production in economy will increase environmental damage. The second is the consumption effect. In the development stage, change in the economic structure from agrarian base to industrial base will increase environmental damage. The third is the technique effect. Better technological development will reduce environmental damage. Consequently, technological gap between developed and developing countries exists in terms of environmentally friendly technology, research management, and community as well as government support. Given this situation, the objective of this study was to analyze the impact of energy-based economic growth on CO2 emission. The novelty of this study was to analyze the quality of Indonesian environment from the aspect of economic activity, energy use, government policies in the energy sector, and the scale population in the era of globalization. This is research and method. Research method. Primary energy is all energy resources, crude oil, coal, natural gas, biomass, and other energy sources such as water and geothermal energy that can be extracted into other energy derived products. This study investigates the influence of total energy consumption of the primary and renewable energy on the environmental condition in Indonesia, as well as confirm whether AKC hypothesis work in Indonesia. Technically, this research analyzed the effect of economic growth, energy subsidies, total use of primary energy, renewable energy, economic globalization, and population growth on carbon dioxide emission. The study used secondary times data from the World Development Indicator World Bank, Central Statistic Agency, ETH Zurich, and Indonesia Ministry of Finance from 1990 to 2014. Multiple regression model was used and was estimated using ordinary least square. Multiple linear regression analysis of this study was conducted using AView-6 software to identify the relationship between the independent variable, there is total primary energy, renewable energy use, energy subsidies, population growth, and globalization, and the total CO2 emission in Indonesia. Result and discussion. This is production and consumption of energy in Indonesia. The use of energy in Indonesia had not yet fully optimal to balance the production and the consumption. The demand of energy was mostly supplied and processed by Indonesia, yet the most had been exported abroad. In fact, Indonesia's energy consumption growth is about twice that of production growth, and 96% of the energy is environmentally unfriendly. Based on figure 1, Indonesia's position is still a net exporter. And according to Indonesia Statistic Agency, 64.8% of energy in Indonesia is exported raw. This stat suggested that there were two obstacles at once: technology that was not well established yet to optimize energy production and the future negative impact of non-environmentally friendly energy use. Figure 2 exhibit that energy production in Indonesia mostly comes from petroleum, coal, biomass, and gas. Over the past 4 years, petroleum as the largest supplier experienced a downward trend accompanied by an upward trend in supply of coal and biomass. Unfortunately, all the energy sources are non-renewable energy, while the renewable energy source contributes only a small portion of energy supply in Indonesia. Okay. This is the analyzed presented in table reflect the extensive influence of various independent variables on carbon dioxide CO2 emission. The multiple linear regression model showcase a height 5 statistic 161.0909 with a notable significant level of P 0.000. Sorry. This indicates that economic growth, primary energy utilization, energy subsidies, renewable energy adoption, and population growth collectively exert a simultaneous impact on CO2 emission, elucidated by an impressive R-square value of 0.981717, representing a substantial 98.17% influence on CO2 emission. Notably, this study dismisses the environmental cost net curve of AKC hypothesis within the Indonesian context, highlighting a sustained and direct relationship between the independent variable and CO2 emission in the long term. Economic growth, especially GDP, exhibited a significant positive association with CO2 emission, as did the increased usage of primary energy, signifying a concerning pattern of environmental degradation in tandem with economic advancement. Moreover, the study emphasizing that Indonesia's heavy reliance on non-renewable energy source significantly contributed to CO2 emission. The positive impact of primary energy usage and the inconclusive but potential link between energy subsidies and increased CO2 emission further underscore the pressing need for renewable energy adoption. Population growth was found to markedly amplify CO2 emission, aligning with previous research that points to a positive long-term relationship between population expansion and environmental impact. Frankly, the study revealed that increased utilization of renewable energy exhibited a significant negative correlation with CO2 emission, aligning with similar research findings. However, Indonesia's inadequate infrastructure and limited investment in renewable energy hinder its potential to curtail CO2 emission. Although emission globalization show a positive inclination, its non-significant impact on CO2 emission indicated a relative balance in maintaining environmental sustainability. Unlike scenarios observed in other nations such as China, where globalization significantly increased CO2 emission due to the country's dominant economic scale in global trade. This result collectively underscores the pressing need for Indonesia a pivot toward sustainable energy source and address to concerning link between economic growth and environmental degradation. Okay, this is the conclusion. The research in Indonesia failed to confirm the environmental Kuznets curve hypothesis, revealing key findings. Indonesia heavy reliance on non-renewable energy, such drive energy growth, but simultaneously lead to a sustainable increase in CO2 emission. Despite a positive correlation, energy subsidies do not significantly impact emission fluctuation. That depends on primary energy source contributed significantly to increase CO2 emission, with limited potential for decline due to infrastructure challenge and inadequate investment in renewable energy source. Population growth directly correspond to heightened energy consumption per capita, escalating CO2 emission. Although Indonesia's economic opens doesn't significantly amplify CO2 emission, the study stresses the global necessity to transition from conventional economic model to sustainable business environment strategies. To achieve environmental sustainability, the study proposed prioritizing renewable energy, advocating for controlled population growth and fostering economic opens with green economic metric. This transformation requires implementing eco-friendly technologies and increase the use of renewable energy to reduce environmentally harmful residues during production process. Thank you. Well, this is my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.